guys, we're in Atlantic City at the Impressions Expo and All-American Print Supply with Estevan. How's it going, Estevan?
Oh, fantastic. You know how these things are. It's as fun as you make them, and when you guys are around, it's even funner.
Well, hey, everybody's DTF these days, Estevan. When it comes to DTF, I think the most overlooked thing is color profiling and RIP software. I mean, you can buy the best machine out there, but if you don't have the right color profile, you don't have the right RIP software dialed in, it doesn't work. And there's a lot of things that go behind the scenes. We think once the machine's set up, oh, I just push a couple buttons. Really though, do know that one, the manufacturer's dialed in settings for the RIP, built color profiles. It's extremely important. I always look at it like this, Estevan. When it comes to DTG, 80% of the problems with DTG comes down to poor pre-treat, not what you're actually printing on the press. 80% of problems with embroidery come down to digitizing, not what you're doing on the machine. 80% of screen printing problems come down to poor screen making, not the actual act of printing. With DTF, what's your opinion on how important the RIP software is and color profiling? And talk to us about CADLink's Digital Factory 11, which is one of the best you can use in the industry. Some of the cheaper ones, guys, they work, but you get what you pay for. I'm a big fan of the Digital Factory CADLink setup. Estevan, tell us how it works.
No, I couldn't agree more. I mean, like you said, you could have the most expensive printer, even the best artwork, but if you're not working with a system that's tuned into that ink, that printer, and even that film, as we get into DTF specifically, all films are different. They're not created equal. So when you can have all those elements, printer, ink, and RIP software working together, that's not how you get the best quality prints. That's how you get that color accuracy. We want what we see on the screen, what we design, to translate when it comes to actual application, to actual printing. And the only way to do that is to have all those components in tandem together, and the Digital Factory CADLink platform just makes it so easy. The profiles that come on here, and we've been able to work with them as far as having things aligned with the film that we're running. Obviously, we want to make sure that, you know, like you said, it's coming from the manufacturer. So, I mean, we got the profiles right here, the Epson SureColor G6070. It's made for this machine. It's made for that ink, and the RIP software, it really allows you to have full control of your prints.
Well, and Epson, you know, just came out with their DTF printers, and Epson is the owner now of CADLink. Used to be Fiery and so forth. So, pretty cool thing now. These Epson DTF printers come with CADLink. It just makes sense. They talk together. But anytime, you know, All-American wants to bring out, you know, another machine and they have additional colors and so forth, I assume there's, you know, some working with CADLink to find out what's the formula? I always look at it this way. We can have all the ingredients in a kitchen, but if I don't have the right recipe, ingredients do nothing. We have CMYK, where we have CMYK, red, green, blue, orange. I don't care what it is. If you don't have the right recipe, it means nothing.
Absolutely, and you guys, you get to see and enjoy the final product. What you don't always get the spotlight on is the things that go on in the background. Printing color chart after color chart, getting in there with the spectrometer, measuring those color values, translating that, and it's a whole lot more of a science that I'm not entirely familiar with, but I see it. I see these color charts, the little micro, the spectrometer, you know what it is. So there's a lot that goes into it. Repeating, going through the process, dialing in things correctly, because like we said, every printer is different, every ink is different, every film is going to behave differently. The goal is to deliver a finished, ready product that is as plug and play as possible and still giving them the options to make those fine-tuned adjustments on the fly, and that's all available in the CADLink Digital Factory.
Well, and just so you guys realize, something like a print heads are technically a consumable. They have a lifespan. They're not going to print billions of prints, and so they do have a lifespan. Over time, it wears down a little bit. It's still putting out good inks, but there's, what I didn't realize back in here, there's wavelengths and so forth. There's a lot of things, so realize that the age of the printer, sometimes you just need to make a little adjustment, you know, and here and there. And what I really like what Digital Factory's been doing is that, like you said, we build the color profiles, the spectrophotometers, we get it set up, and you're rocking and rolling. But with CADLink, they're really building on top of the software so that over time, if you need to like recalibrate, just because again, it's just time, it makes sense, and Digital Factory makes that really easy to do that.
Exactly, and you know, it could be little things where you're getting your first few prints going, something as simple as excess amounts of white, where maybe it's not running or puddling or pooling, but you know it's just a little bit more than you need. To be able to go in and dial back by the percentage points and fine tune and see what works, and then I can save that for later use so that you can jump in the machine. Anthony can hop on there. Everything's already and accessible, built out to our specifications, saved as a queue. It just makes things so easy to get into printing and not worry about so much of that when you're actually in production.
And guys, I would say getting into DTF today is not like getting into DTF 5 years ago. One, the equipment is really dialed in. The consumables are just very consistent. I mean, instant hot peel, that's not been an issue for a year. 2 years ago, everybody, oh yeah, it's instant hot peel.
Supply chain is just stabilized.
Yes, it is. It is so much better. The costs have come down. Guys, it's never been better to start a t-shirt printing business, and DTF is, after a heat press, that is by far the #1 piece of equipment I would look into. Estevan, where can our viewers go to learn more about All American Print Supply's lineup of printers and other things you guys sell?
Guys, if you want to come over and check out the largest assortment of desktop, mid-range, industrial, CMYK, red, green, blue, and orange, and everything in between, head over to aaprintsupplyco.com. You can run that on your socials, AA Print Supply Co, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and right here on YouTube, AA Print Supply Co on the YouTube platform. And if you landed on the DecoNetwork channel by accident, if you're not subscribed to his content, do yourself a favor, hit that red subscribe button, drop some thumbs up. If there are any questions on anything we're going over in today's video, I'll be lurking. You know, I'll be a big subscriber to the Deco channel. You know, my man Colin's putting it down. Zach's the man with the plan on the microphone. Guys, let us know in the comments in the question section or reverse that. You know what I'm saying.
Guys, check out All American Print Supply.